Hey there folks, Mark Johnson, TechDashSnobs.com. I'm going to do a big review today on the HTC 8X. Been looking to get this device for a while. Big shout out goes to Verizon, sent over a review unit. Very, very well designed product here. I mean, this is definitely one of the better HTC phones I've seen in quite some time. I mean, they definitely keep churning them out. Hopefully they'll, get more sales on their products. But I think this is actually my favorite design Windows phone out there, from as far as the aesthetics go, and just smooth edges on it. It's just very nice. And the only thing I would say is, like, the power button is kind of flush, so it is kind of, when you press on it, it can be, it's not always as easy to tell where the power button is. But other than that, everything else is nice. Dedicated camera button, volume rocker, all that good stuff. So definitely nice device. One of the things I want to touch on this product is definitely, it's on Verizon, you got LTE. One of the things that makes it stand out is really cool, especially if you bought on another carrier here in the States, is the fact that using a wireless charging stand, I can just sit this down and it will start charging. And that's definitely a cool, nice feature they added. And as you can see in the top right hand corner, it's just charging, and you just sit it on, take it off, put it on, and you just add to charge. So it's real quick. I think that's going to be one of the things you're going to start to see a lot of this year, 2013, and going forward. As certain cars are going to have wireless chargers in them. So it's going to be a nice thing. It does make the phone hot when you do it, but it's still nice, the fact that you don't have to plug it in. So that's big kudos goes to Verizon for getting that in here. You also have, of course, LTE speeds. And one thing that sets this phone apart, I say, from other Windows phones, as far as, a Samsung or Nokia, is that, it has this widget here with the time, weather, and city, and so forth. But if you click on it, it brings you into a similar screen, especially if you've been using Android HTC devices. It looks like a lot like, it's like an HTC Sense for Windows Phone. You can see stock, weather, you can see news. I can hit the plus button. I can add, technology, Engadget, Gizmodo, whatever it may be. Go back, boom, and then you have those news sources right there at the bottom. So that's definitely cool. Gives you another way to get content on the device. And like I said, it's just a nice little thing you could do. Also, nothing really too much else to the app outside of that, but it's kind of what HTC is using, on there. And then when you go into the store, you see at the top HTC apps. And these are the HTC apps that are kind of exclusive to the phone. They don't have too many. They really only have about, I guess you got 6 in here right now, but I'm sure they're going to keep adding some, and that's definitely a a good perk. And that's kind of really, honestly, any other thing on Windows Phone 8 is literally the same thing as it is on any other Windows 8 phone. It's really going to be when you jump between manufacturers, they typically have their own store, and you can get certain apps on there that's just exclusive to that device or that carrier, or that particular model. So that's definitely a nice thing that they've added. Overall, very nice, snappy performance, as all Windows phones do have. This does have some Verizon apps on here. You got VZ Navigator. You also got NFL Mobile, which runs fine. And then you also have this thing called Data Sense, which is definitely pretty cool, and it will tell you could set your usage, and similar to what you see on Android, where you can go in there, and once you get to a certain data limit, it will shut your data off, or it's a good way to monitor your data. So it even has a button here where you can map nearby Wi-Fi. So it's definitely pretty cool. It's a good addition. It's definitely something that's needed, especially with the data caps nowadays. So definitely take a look at that if you do plan to get a Verizon Windows phone for HTC. So other than that, everything else is nice. I mean, I could definitely recommend this product. Initially when it came out at $199, it was kind of a hard sell because it only has 16 gigs of storage. It only design is nice and all, but with the 16 gigs, it's not expandable, and the camera, it is good, but there are better cameras out there. I mean, it's not a bad camera. One flaw I do see with Windows phones is when you tap the screen, it just takes the picture. It doesn't focus in on that point. It does focus, but after it focuses, it immediately takes the picture. So hopefully, there'll be some software update or some change in the future where when you tap it, it will focus, and then you can hit it again, to take the picture. So that's the only thing I don't like about the camera. I mean, it's very well reminds me of the HTC One X camera. So keep that in mind, folks. Check the site out, tech-snobs.com. I'm going to be doing head-to-head of this phone. Nokia 920 is coming soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Take care.